Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to use various selection tools to remove the background of your image. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is open up the image. So we go to Photoshop. As you can see, we're on Photoshop now. We just go File, Open. So hopefully, you have your image ready and saved on your computer. So I'm just going to find mine, and I've put mine in my folder. I'll just open that right now. Okay. All right, so here's my image here. Now it's quite a simple image. It's deceptively simple though, because even though it has a very plain white background, it's not that easy to remove the background, especially because sometimes the white of the zebra and the white of the background might confuse Photoshop. And so if you use the magic wand, for instance, which is a really good way to remove a very simple plain background, it's going to remove all the white sections or the white parts of the zebra. So I'm going to show you some selection tools that you can use, and depending on what sort of background you have. You may have a colourful background, so I'm going to show you a few. So the first thing I'm going to do though is I'm just going to make sure that I've got everything that I need. So I'm going to go up to Window, and I can see already my tools are missing. So I'm going to click on Tools. Okay, so I'll need those. I'm also going to click on Layers, which I've already checked. So we're going to make sure you've got that. And also History, because history is the best way to remove mistakes. Okay, so over here, I've got my layers, my history, and my tools. Okay, now the tools we're going to use today are located about the third row down in your toolbox or thereabouts. Okay, depending on what your toolbox looks like, they're around here. And over here, I can see my quick selection tool, which is a fabulous tool because if you have a very clearly defined background, it knows how to select it for you, but it doesn't always work. If you can't see that, you've got these tiny little arrows at the bottom of each tool, and that means there's more tools hidden behind there. Okay, so there's the magic wand that I was talking about, which works fantastic if it's a plain background, but because my background is white and so is part of the zebra, and if I click on delete, it will actually remove the stripes. Before I even do that though, if I need to delete anything that is on the background, I need to get rid of this lock. So you can see here, there's a lock. Just remove that. And then if I click delete, it's actually removed some of the white stripes. You can see the little sort of little grid, and that little grid means it's transparent, by the way, and that's really important to know. Whenever you see this little grid, it means it's transparent. Okay, so that's one tool which didn't work for me. So I'm going to go back in my history. I'm just going to go straight to open. Okay, let's have a look here. So I'm going to now show you the quick selection tool, and that works quite well. See? So I'm just going to click delete. Okay, what have I forgotten to do? If I go to layers, I've got to remove that lock, okay, for it to work. Okay, so that's removed that. And the reason why I haven't used it all over is because, again, it is confused. It thinks the white leg is part of the background. So Command D to deselect. So let's try a different tool. Now I'm going to try the magnetic lasso. Now this is a really good tool when you can see the background clearly, it's different from the animal, but also sometimes when it's similar, you can actually use that. You can actually click on the tool. So for instance, if I go down to this section, it automatically follows that stripe. And I don't want it to do that. So I'm just going to click delete, delete, delete. And then I'm going to actually click my mouse pad to tell it to go around the white stripe. So I'm actually helping it along. So this is quite a useful tool when you want to have the power or the option to just help it along by clicking the mouse pad. And you can see that's worked really well. So I'm actually clicking, I'm constantly clicking my mouse pad where there's white. Okay, so I'm just going to click shift and that will give me a straight line, and shift again to give me a straight line there, and then shift again. See if I want to get a nice straight line there. And then I'm going to join the first and the last dot, and then I'm going to click delete. Okay, and then Command D to get rid of that. So that's two things that I've used so far. They're pretty much the three main tools that you'll probably need. The magic wand, no, can't use that yet. I could probably go back to my quick selection and, oh, no, can't use that either. So there we go. So you probably need a mixture of tools. I could probably get that much off with the magic wand. And then don't forget Command D to get rid of the marching ants. Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do is remove all the background of your animal, and then you're going to save it. So I'm just going to quickly do that. And you don't need an animal with a plain white background. Your animal may very well have. Just click delete when you make a mistake, and it lets you go backwards. Okay, so we're almost done here. And the reason why I'm showing this to you, because I want to actually show you how to save this image so that it retains or keeps the transparent background, because you want it to stay transparent. And so when we're using the magnetic lasso, don't forget first and last dot need to meet in order for it to work, and then you just click delete. Okay, so now what I have is an image with no background whatsoever. There is no background. This little grid at the back signifies or means that it's transparent. But the only way to retain or keep that is to save it as a PNG file, okay? Not a JPEG, which always has a background, but as a PNG. So what I'm going to do now is go File, Save As, save on my computer. Now I've already made a folder for it. It's called in my hybrid. I'm just going to call it number 2 because I've actually made one already as a practice. And over here, I'm going to click PNG, okay? And that is a type of file that allows you to have no background whatsoever. So if I wanted to, I could put this zebra onto a colorful background, and it will do that. It will just, you know, take on any background you want it to. That's really important for our next activity. So there you go. There is my zebra, and I can move them around. You can see the background is transparent. Okay. Right. So yeah, we're going to need that for when we make our hybrid animals. Okay. So give that a go and do it to all of your animal images so that it's ready to use next lesson to make a hybrid animal. Okay. Thanks, guys. Enjoy.